Good afternoon and welcome to the Blueline Metals Edge for Wednesday, November 17th. I'm Philip Strebel, Chief Market Strategist at Blueline Futures. I just want to give you a rundown on a few of the markets here that we're flagging, a couple ideas and a few things to watch. So again, if you haven't subscribed to our research, we do give you a 2-week trial on many different areas of futures and commodities. I really believe that the more commodities that you get exposure to, you at least learn about. You don't necessarily have to trade, but you kind of learn how they operate. And you get a sense of the mechanics of them. I think it'll broaden your scope and it'll really help you out as a trader. One of the things that I write is the FX Rundown. It's a system that gives you actionable trade ideas, covers all the major currencies out there. So you can look at today a sample of what we've got going on in the markets right now. So on the British pound, it's short. Got short on November 2nd. It's up $1,100. Canadian dollar is flat right now. I think it's really waiting for oil to dictate what it's going to do. Euro currency has been a bloodbath to the long side, so it continues to sell off. It's up $2,100, been short. Japanese yen short as well, up $3,800. Swiss franc short, up $937. Dollar index up $736. That's on the long side. And then the Australian dollar, it's short as well, up $315. So if you want an actual trade ideas in the currency markets, that's definitely a great report to have. Now looking at some of the different metals and things that we're watching here. So 1751, remember we talked about that yesterday right here, that it had to hold the key level of support. It totally did. It bounced right off the screws. And I was playing around with the chart and I was looking at the Fibonacci retracement from that all-time high and connected it down. And there's that triple bottom at 1685 right here, here, and here. You draw these out. Well, you look at the 38.2% retracement, it's right there at that 1851. So I think that corresponded with it and some of the longer players. I really think this 1900, that'll be the 50% retracement. That'll end up being a key level that'll have a lot of consolidation around, once we can get up to that level. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep an eye. We really want to see a close above some of these higher levels that we'll be flagging in the Morning Express. So make sure you look at our 3 and 4 star resistance points. So silver, we bounced again. We identified that area. It was 24.92 down to like 85. It came right down to that level. 24.85 was that low. So we knew it was going to be pocket support right around there. It was some of these old resistance. Remember, old resistance, new support. You guys know this stuff. So we'll see. If we break down at all, I think we're going to hold this trend line. But we'll see. Maybe we can bounce back up and break out to the upside. Do have some people trickling in, buying some call options, buying the 1,000-ounce silver, stuff like that, in preparation of potentially another move higher. One of the markets, again, disappointing market, this platinum, but we're going to be patient with that. It comes down to this trend line right here, this support. We'll probably be looking at entering to the long side. Some people that are real passionate about platinum, they're already in on it. False breakout yesterday above 1100. Not sure what that was about. Maybe something auto related. Now here's the most disappointing market, but thank the Lord that we got out of this thing up in the 440s is copper, and copper broke that support. Let me zoom in here. It's getting a little bit worse for copper too. It's got me nervous if people are long out there on it. So broke all these levels of support right here that we're holding. We got a breakdown here. Stochastics are rolling over. ADX's strength of this downtrend, it is starting to tick up. That's not good. You also have this DI minus crossing over DI plus. That's not good either and then the MACD looks like it's going to roll back over. So not good for copper. Something that I did flag on copper, I told you guys I get a lot of research and stuff. Seasonal tendency on copper. This is buy in March copper. This is November 20th. You sell out December 1st. It's worked out 13 out of the last 15 years, but I don't know if that's going to work this year. So, remember on seasonals, this is past performance, not indicative of future results. It's just that this company identifies and flags different seasonal patterns here. So I think it's just another tool in the toolbox, So, a couple other things here. Dollar index, big failure. Made a new high last night. Looked like it was a oh crap moment for somebody because it looked like they panicked and were covering their shorts, and then there was also some excessive buying. And then as the night progressed, the big turner was the British pound. British pound turning up right here. And something that I do want to identify, back to this Forex factory, that I just use it for the data. The CPI for the pound, the previous 3.1%, they were forecasting 3.9, came in at 4.2, blew away expectations. So what that did was it took the pound, you go to a, like the hourly chart, and you'll see that in the middle of the night, it was right here, this chart right here, it just kind of blew out to the upside. You had some people come in, sell against it, but that really kind of opened up the path for the pound to go higher throughout the day. Now, if you don't know, those currencies are very important for gold and for the dollar, and I think that the catalyst to get gold higher is a breakdown in the dollar. So the dollar index, I wanted to pull up this Investopedia. They have the dollar index is just this basket. It was designed once they ended the peg to the gold market. This Bretton Woods agreement was dissolved. You started taking the dollar index, and what they did was they made it an inverse basket. So the euro currency makes up 57.6% of the dollar, and then Japanese yen 13.6, British pound 11.9, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, etc. So you start looking at what's going on in some of these other foreign currencies. You get the euro currency, it's up a little bit today. Pound is reversing course. That hotter CPI makes them think that they're going to try and raise rates a little bit sooner, puts pressure on the dollar index, and then in turn makes the gold market bounce off those lows in that 17 or 1851 and turns it higher. So you'll want to keep an eye on all the interconnections, the correlations between different markets there. So a couple other things we're looking at. Crude oil, you've got, you do have Biden administration release from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. We're playing this range right here. So we've been picking up some contracts, smaller ones, 500 barrel contracts down at this support level, thinking maybe we could get a little bit of a bounce back. We might bounce back up to these levels where it's been pretty flat, where all the speculation is. Remember, it's buy the rumor, sell the facts. So we're thinking that now that it's come out, it's been released. Now it's going to we'll have the washout in crude, and then it starts to trend higher. So we're just layering into that one kind of patiently. So we'll probably come back up to this key level there. Natural gas, big sell-off there, taking down energies with it. And then two markets, you had a breakout in the soybean market, broke out of this big downtrend here. We flagged that one to the upside. We've been watching this downtrend for like 3 months now. Coffee's another one. You're going to go to Starbucks, and I'm telling you, they're going to raise the prices on you. It broke out to the upside, so that's a new high, and that's a really strong trending upward market here. So, coffee go 240, 250 on the upside. It's a big contract. That's why we don't have a lot of exposure for it. Every 100 points, $375. So it could quickly go against you quite fast if things change. But again, you have any questions, reach out, follow, like our videos. Going to continue to put these out as long as we get, the feedback and everything. And if you want something else, you want me to cover a couple other commodities, we basically, we cover it all. We write in reports on almost all the commodities that are out there. So if you have any questions, again, give me a call. And remember, futures and option trading does involve risk of loss, may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.